Hello and welcome to Trinity Islands, the 7th scenario and the first in the challenging subcategory in the original RollerCoaster Tycoon from 1999, where today we have to have 750 guests at the end of a year 3 with a park rating of 600. No admission price. Going to go ahead and just open this so we don't have any of these guests, the throngs of eager patrons turning around and leaving. But as the name implies, this is a set of 3 islands. They are interconnected, and we have kind of a limited space in which to build stuff, especially roller coasters, without going through all of the custom stuff. And this would be a great map to build the chairlift, but we're not going to do that right away. We're going to take our time here and see exactly what it is we're going to be getting ourselves into. Starting off with a haunted house, merry-go-round, car ride. Don't have the information kiosk, which is unfortunate because that's an easy moneymaker, but I don't think we need to be focusing our research on that quite yet, because roller coasters, all we got is the classic mini one. We need more. Take off general rides too, so probably just roller coasters and thrill rides, because we are pretty barren on that, well, honestly, on almost everything. So, seeing our situation, there's absolutely nobody coming up here. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. As always, just putting what am I even saying? Put a merry-go-round in and just give ourselves entrance, exit. I'm going to change the colors on that. There we go. That's a much better look. Call that $1. Get our cheerful merry-go-round music going. And since most of the music's gone. Most of the paths are this dirt. I am going to keep that motif. And then I think we're going to go with let's try the yellow Q here. So what we'll do, as we always end up doing, is pop in a little Q like that. Nice and easy. And maybe, yeah, look, there's people want to come ride the merry-go-round. That's their #1 goal in life, is to ride this merry-go-round. And of course we have the twist / scrambled eggs, whatever you want to call it. See if I can just pop this thing right in the entrance here. Actually, that would not be a terrible place for it. But I will put that one there and that one there. I think that's going to end up being a good option for us. And there we go. Everybody's got something right next to the entrance, so we don't have to worry about too much. Then pop in a couple of these benches, just so they have somewhere to sit. And I always like to put in the corners or on slopes, these trash cans. And since we're already here, might as well just go ahead and pop in a couple of these before we forget. Make sure everything is all taken care of. And one there for good measure. One here for good measure, and then one there. I think we're going to be in... Well, I lied. A couple more. We should be in pretty okay shape. So, if we wanted to, we couldn't do anything about our small size because there's no land rights, no land available for purchase. But I like to turn on this view so I can get a better idea at a glance of what is and is not our territory. And if we're going to make a chairlift, probably the best thing to do would be to just go straight between the entrance and this 3rd island here. Just go straight back and forth. I'm not going to worry about going all over the place, but you want it to go somewhere. All right, so that's what we're going to end up doing. Before I spend time making a chairlift, I want to make sure they have options for things to do. Like the haunted houses and stuff, they really don't ever get that much use out of these things. It just ends up being kind of a waste. Well, I never pay attention to where the entrance is on these. Maybe I need to, but I will put the entrance in front of the actual entrance on the ride building. There we go. Set at $1. Okay, so like I said, the chairlift I'm just going to have go between these 2 islands. It's probably not going to be a very long thing, but it will end up being a pretty useful thing for us to have. Just have to figure out exactly how I want to do it, because I think, like, when these people come in the park, I want it to be, you know, not too far away from where they enter, but I also don't want it to take up too much space that we would otherwise use for other stuff. So if I were to put in just right on top of this, follow the path, it would probably be a pretty decent use of space, except there's not going to be any not going to be any supports to be seen, which is going to look a little weird, but hey. So we have 5 little segments there. Let's bring this all the way across. Then this is going to have to be turned probably to avoid too much stupid looking stuff. I guess I'll just have this go follow here. And then we'll just have this come right alongside. Ah, okay, I made a mistake. All right, that needs to be moved 2 more, I think. I'll get the money back if I have to delete it. Yeah, actually, that one will work great. Can this be the station platform? 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha. Aha, not quite 5. So we'll go ahead and just make that 5. And then the entrances versus exits are going to have to get built. I believe this is going to make sense here in a second. I just have to... nope, that's not going to work there. Put that one there. And then, since this is so close to here, I'm going to go around. And the way this is set up, we're going to end up probably just coming straight down and connecting to this path, which isn't technically the 3rd island, so to speak, but be close enough. All right. So what this is going to do, this is going to give us 25 cars. That's the maximum. We can increase the speed, which I always like to do. Super speedy, super fast. It isn't going to be a huge moneymaker, but it is going to allow guests to get places faster, which is always a good goal. And since this is a transport ride that is, in theory, going to be set up in a manner that makes sense, it doesn't really have to be a super long queue. Can I, yeah, get rid of that. See, I really would like this to be connecting to stuff, but I may have, I may have caused problems for myself here. Actually, no, that works perfectly well. All right, cool. So what I'm going to end up doing, just doubling this back, and then that'll just be regular old dirt. But because of the way this is set up, I can't really do anything but go down to here. And I know it's going to look a little weird, but hey, it's fine. We'll go ahead and hit open, and then we'll go back to our regular area here. You see all these things? They are ready to go. 9 miles per hour should be pretty quick. So we might not need 25 of them. We might actually be able to keep it a little bit slower. But point being, we want to be able to get between Island 1 and Island 3 in a pretty expedient manner. So we got the mini suspended coaster, which this thing is just kind of a weird whatever. This was the original thing that came with RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, and then I believe for 2 they renamed it Bat Flight and gave it some scenery which we do not have access to. Fruit Flight, Insecticide, Radical Air, and then these monstrosities that people submitted, I guess. But if we can find a decent place, and the problem with these, you know, these lower level roller coasters is that they're not always easy to just, well, put down because of lift hills and all these different restrictions and stuff. But I think this is probably an okay spot. Just pop that there. This is the lift hill. Ah, I can't put it there because the thing's in the way. That's in the way. That's in the way. That's in the way. I can only go here and here. Well, that's fine, I suppose. So this will just go right the way across there. And so will the exit. Take that tree away. And there you go, you got a bat flyer. And the chairlift is chairlifting. Do we have anybody in the queue? Nobody. Nobody in the queue. And we have 5 people on a ride. But again, the idea is you want it to transport people across the park. It's not necessarily something people are going to do for enjoyment. There's always some weirdo like myself who enjoys means of transportation more than they probably should. But hey, it's the favorite ride of 2 guests. No test results yet. I guess that means car 1 has not yet gotten back to the station here. So that's 5. That's car 4. So I think okay. That's higher than I thought it would be. 2.74 excitement rating. I do appreciate there's no G ratings. It's for the G-forces on a chairlift. I would hope there wouldn't be, but you never know. So the ride out is actually, wow. The ride out is almost a minute faster than the ride back. So I wonder how it calculates that. Because in theory it should be the same. Huh. Well, at any rate, that's going reasonably well. Bat Flyer, no one's going to go on while it's raining. I don't have the ability to sell, well, any of the umbrellas because I don't have the shops and stalls research turned on. But I actually don't remember. Mine Train Coaster, that's a good one to have. You never really know if they're going to like the merry-go-rounds or the twister or whatever. I guess we just have to do what we have to do. I will go ahead, before we get too comfortable here, go ahead and put in a bathroom. And I received fervent requests to charge for the bathrooms. Somebody said 25 cents. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing. I can actually type it in. All right, so 25 cents in the bathroom charge. It's not going to show it, but I guess that's what we're doing. Alright, 28th of April to 25th. The Mine Train Coaster is not a small ride, though, so that's going to be possibly a little bit of a challenge there. Since we're already up here, let's take a second here and create ourselves a little food court. Just raise this guy up, and then the Fruity Ices stall. Not to be referred to as ice cream for any reason. Fruity Ices only. Now they can come buy some fun stuff, and they got benches and I got trash cans here, so that's fine. Litter bins, whatever the game calls them. Yes, okay. Alright, so today is the day we're going to get the Mine Train Coaster, just as soon as that research finishes. And I really don't know if we can reasonably fit one of these, just because of how huge they are. It's 10 by 20 blocks. Not all of them have that. Wow, that one actually looks kind of cool, but way too big. I think this Gold Rush is probably going to be our best bet. Now, we can't afford to build it, but wow, we actually do have a decent place for it. Kind of right here, almost. We would have to maybe finagle our position a little bit to see exactly how this is going to work. That's 3.5 full height things there. That's 3 full height things, and that is 2.5. So that is actually going up. This would block a substantial portion of the path over here from view, and I don't really think is the best possible layout for stuff. I mean, you can't build it right now anyway, but you know, just to give you an idea of what's possible and what isn't possible. This also really could use some more stuff to do over here, but the only other stuff we really have are these car rides. Now, Cat's Eyes says it has scenery, which is unavailable, but excitement rating of 4.1, which is really high for one of these. The excitement on this one is 0.3. Forget it. Go watch paint dry. Yeah, so I think this is probably going to be among the better things that we could possibly be. I rotated the whole map instead of the ride. But one of the problems with these car ride things is they have such a weird height restriction because of the supports on these things. They're just like really not wanting to play ball, so we're not going to be able to do this guy. We'd have to make our own custom design if we really wanted to, and I do not think that is a good use of our time. So instead, I'm going to set this to turbo mode here. See if anybody ends up enjoying our little bat coaster here. Make sure we have some more benches in place in various locations. Not really any rhyme or reason to it, but might as well. You never know when you're going to have somebody want to sit down. Now we just really need some really cool ride to come up here. 28th of May, we're getting the thrill ride. Ah, it's a pirate ship. Now, I do want to acknowledge that a surprising amount of people, and by surprising I mean non-zero number, had a little bit of a defensive stance about the pirate ship comments I made in the Bumbly Beach episode, which is to say, I don't really think it's a very good ride, but I guess you guys like it, so fine, whatever. I guess we could build one. Got one more day to get that brought in here. And we might as well. Might as well. I think one of the comments was something to the effect of, "You're at the beach, how are you not going to have a pirate ship?" Like, okay, I guess. Sure. Oh, I don't have enough cash. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I think that's that's gonna be a problem. What is my maximum loan anyway? 20 grand. All right. Well, I'll just go up to 11 for right now so I can build this pirate ship. Just put it right here to fill up some space. And I know there is terrain in the way for now, but it doesn't have to be that way. We can just remove it, problem solved, and put in our favorite queue line here. And there we go. So that'll fit. It works. It's a ship. It swings. We called it a swinging ship in the US version of the game. Along with ice cream instead of fruity ices. Although maybe, if you want to be particular about it, maybe this is called fruity ices because it doesn't actually carry any cream product in it. Which, in the US, I know this is not the US version of the game, but in the US, you cannot legally call something ice cream unless there is a certain percentage of dairy involved. Otherwise, it's a frozen dairy dessert or some sort of ice thing. Yeah, the next time you ask, wow, why is the ice cream so cheap? Well, it's not really ice cream. Oh, yeah. Spinning Wild Mouse. We like this one. This is the one we built in Bumbly Beach. I couldn't really think of a good name for it. I'm really terrible at thinking of names. But I did save the design because I thought it was really good. And I think we're going to probably end up building it in here. But right now we don't have the cash. So that was why I had this thing going a little bit. We also don't have a mechanic. So I guess I've hired mechanics. Or a mechanic and some handymen. I'm sure there's garbage or something that needs to get cleaned up. And there's nothing for anybody to do over here, which is a little bit upsetting. Would be a great place to put a rather excellent, if I say so myself, spinning wild mouse coaster. If we had such a coaster to adorn this island with, but... Oh, you know what? This would actually fit perfectly here. I just don't have the cash. This is almost like a tailor-made spot for it. Alright, so that's 2,700 bucks. Do I dare fall down the debt slope doing all this garbage here? Well, I think, for one, this is a very nice roller coaster to be able to have. I'm going to charge $4 for it. And we'll update our pathing. Oh, that really bugs me when that one faces the wrong way, but there we go. Guests are hungry, can't find anywhere to buy food. Skill issue. And by skill issue, I mean, yes, that is my fault, because all we serve is ice cream and drinks. Well, we do have some takers on our $4 roller coaster. Looping roller coaster. Okay, I'm going to add shops and stalls back into this so we can hopefully have some other food offerings. But you know what that means once we have the looping roller coaster, friends. That means it's time for the shuttle loop. Once again, a very, very good, well, unless I'm going off the map, a very good roller coaster for just, you know, absorbing guests and generating large quantities of income. So if I were to put... Okay, now this is kind of playing jokes on me here. Because there is a method with which to raise the entire thing here, and I'm not sure... Because I got it to work before, but it doesn't want to play nice, I don't think. Anyway. So this guy here would not have enough space. This guy would have enough space. But I'd have to move it up this way so it can go up. So we'll do that. Entrance, exit. You know the drill, as always. I think I already had it correct. Ah, now I need more cash. Well, I'll just take out more money from the bank. Look, it's bad financial policy. Bad financial policy. But we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay because we're going to start printing money with this thing. Just synchronize. Synchronize. This is currently set to $2. We're going to leave it at $2 because, you know, that's what they want to do. And I'll take this off of turbo speed here so we can make sure we have everything set up correctly. Stop giving me beep, beep, beep. Oh, it's the information kiosk. Okay, well, that one's allowed. Alright, so that one's connected. And that one's connected. So now we've got space here they can either admire or we can build other garbage in the way. That works. Information kiosk is immediately, and I mean immediately, going in. Pretty much anywhere I think I can make that work, which probably would be right here. Random order. I will mercifully only charge $5 for the umbrellas. So I want to make money off these people, not completely send them packing. Oh, I don't have enough money to build the information kiosk because it requires $250. Well, that's what the fast forward button is for. There we go. Random color. Beautiful. So, already with the shuttle loops. Okay, they didn't scream that time. But the Spinning Wild Mouse 1 Custom that we have not yet named is actually reasonably popular for where it is in the park. We got 16, 18 people on the ride. That works. Remember that our goal is to have 750 guests at a certain park rating. Not to have our finances in the black, which currently they're in the red, so that's fine, I suppose. But we're going to start making more money as soon as we get more guests in the park. Just kind of a matter of time. I do remember doing a little bit of advertising the last couple times I played this specific scenario. So we'll see what happens. If we can get our roller coasters to print a little bit more money, then I think we're going to be in good shape. So if I change this to $3... I think we're going to be okay. Although this really does bug me that this says 407.80. I think that's because one person went in here when this was set to 280. So what's going to happen now... Okay. Now I'm going to raise it to 320. And the next person is going to pay 320, and then I'll put it back down to $3. And now that number is an even number. Well, it's an odd number. It's 417. That's not an even number, but now it's an even number. It says 420 on it. All right. So that has solved that problem. This guy, I think, can hold a maximum of about 20. Is it 5 cars? Yes. Okay. So that works. 43% nausea factor. Oh, yeah. Sign me up. Oh, that sounds awful. But Fry's shop, which is, well, debatably actual food, but it is sustenance of some type that is not fruity ices. So we'll let that roll. Is anybody even on this thing? Okay, 8 people in the haunted house. That's fine. Somebody left a nice present for the handyman here. So guess what? Cleaning it up. Thank you. All right, let's put this back in turbo mode. It is a 3-year scenario, so we probably shouldn't be spending too much time in single mode unless I want to do time lapses, which I kind of don't want to bother with these. It's supposed to be a super casual, just fun thing. Alright, Fry Shop. Twist Wood still hasn't been fixed. Well, then get on it. Get on it, bud. Alright, so that'll give us a Fry's Shop. And then Probably also makes sense to have a little bit of a food court over here, which we have a tiny bit of a flat area. So I will put in a couple things for our guests to peruse. Oh, I don't have enough cash to build the ice cream. Oh, it's not ice cream. I'm sorry, fruity ices. Alright, drink stall. I actually do have the money for. And then a bathroom for $225. There we go. Of course, we'll give it a path just as soon as I have enough cash, which I think we do. So I'll just populate this entire thing here. Trash cans, nice and easy. Put a couple more of those in. We do have some spilled yuck over here. So why don't we just assign this guy just to this one loop here. That's Handyman 1. It's going to go whatever the opposite direction of where he's supposed to be going is. Well, he is cleaning up the path, so good for him. But, my guy, you're going the wrong way. You're going exactly the opposite way of where you're supposed to be going. In the queue? No. There you go. Now go back. Go back to where you belong over here. Thank you. Please and thank you. Handyman 2. Oh, you know what? I should have assigned Handyman 1 to island number 1. But it's not to be. Handyman 2. What I'm going to do... I really should have probably just been doing it this way the whole time, but... this one little loop path here. That'll be Handyman 2. And then Handyman 3. We'll just do the park entrance. And then this mess to right about here. Just so we're absolutely sure that this island is taken care of. Which does mean we're going to have space in between that's not going to be monitored. So I suppose I'm going to have, at least for right now, just this one bit here for Handyman 4. And oh, guess what? It's time for the $5 umbrellas. My favorite time of day. Beautiful. This will be Handyman 5. Responsible for just this mess here. That'll work. They are, in fact, buying the $5 umbrellas. Log trains for Classic Mini, I don't think we really care about. Wooden Wild Mouse is a nice coaster design to have. But I kind of want to get... well, this isn't really that huge of a map, so we probably can't justify building too many large coasters. Wouldn't mind some more thrill rides if they ever want to make any of these. Shuttle loop still hasn't been fixed. Alright. So you're saying I have to hire another mechanic. Well, I mean, he's literally fixing it then. I guess that's fine. Now, there is a strategy. See, look how, like, little use these are getting here. They're just backing up. Well, I guess it's fine. They'll use it if they want to use it. But there's a strategy with these mechanics to where you hire a mechanic for every ride and give him a patrol that is literally just the exit and like one tile outside of it. So that anytime a ride breaks, it's fixed instantly. Now that's pretty expensive because these are $80 a month, but I guess if you're printing money and it's more important for you to have ride uptime, then it doesn't matter. Oh, pizza time, huh? Pizza. Little Caesars is unfairly maligned as a pizza chain. I know, nobody asked, but it's one of those things, it's like, look, it's not pretending to be gourmet pizza. It's hot and it's ready. That's it. And if that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get, bud. Look at all this trash here. These people have no manners. Where's my handyman? Where's handyman number 3 for island number 1 to come clean up all this garbage? He's gonna get to it eventually, right? Look at all this trash on the ground. I know your mothers didn't raise you. What is he? Is he glitched? What's up, dude? Oh, he somehow got outside of his assigned area. Well, now he's not. Maybe that's why there's so much stuff on the ground. Because you know if you leave too much trash everywhere, people are going to start vandalizing things, and that is, well, look at that, we already have 750 guests, okay. Compact inverted coaster. That's kind of a fun one. But I need some thrill rides, so maybe I should stop researching roller coasters. Yeah, I love how it always unlocks the inverted one every time you get compact inverted, but it still has to research it. I feel like that's a glitch, but anyway. Let's untick roller coasters and just do thrill rides and shops and stalls. Because we can also get balloons and everything else too. Alright, so now this is substantially cleaner. I guess our guy just got glitched or something. Oh, wow, look at this mess. Alright, where's handyman number... He's glitched too. What gives? What's up? What's up, man? Oh, yeah, see, we already have the nasty happening here. No, not like that. We got people just destroying all of our fixtures here because there was a mess. And, you know, you see a mess, that means you just completely destroy everything, you know? No, absolutely no hope of cleaning anything up, just break it. Wow, these just immediately got trashed. Yeah, keep this thing clean, bud. We're all counting on you. I guess I should check and see... Okay, he's not stuck. He's not stuck. He's not stuck. He's not stuck. And he's also not stuck. So I think we're probably... Well, okay, these trash cans are full. Yep, and people are breaking them again. Man! You really can't have anything, can you? Alright, 10 handymen it is. Keep this place clean or else. I don't want to have to replace all these trash cans every 5 seconds. Man, people are just, like, ruthless with this stuff. I'm pretty sure there's an animation to show a guest breaking these things. I've caught it a few times, but not while I've been recording these videos. But I have caught it a few times. Either that or I'm just gaslighting myself into thinking that's real, which definitely possible. Cotton candy stall. I don't really care about cotton candy. I guess I can turn this shop stall thing off right now. Well, we do have balloons. That's a fun thing. So I'll put one at the entrance. You know, just trying to give people an excuse to acquire balloons. One there ought to help us a little bit. Oh, now we have burgers. We've invented burgers. Alright, so that's good to know. Thrill ride time. Give me some good thrill rides, man. We really do not have anything else to do here. So, compact inverted coaster. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. We've already done Deja Vu. This looks silly. I do like these cold-themed ones. There's a scenario we're going to get to much later. In the first bit of the ones from Loopy Landscapes. That is, literally you're on icebergs. So that would be maybe a fun thing to build there. But I do like this bear circle. That's kind of cool. This is bigger than I thought it would be. Where am I going to be able to... It said it was a compact inverted coaster. Like, what's up with that? Where's my compact? Right, this is a large. This is a not compact. So this was going to let me do here. Well, I'll tell you what. This right here, I'm going to move... Okay, let's take this off of extreme turbo speed. Let's move the entrance and the exit. Okay, that's actually probably a little too close to where we were supposed to be going here. But I can put that there. I just want to see... Okay, so that is directly above where we are. The pathwise, okay. So that's I may have made a slight error, but that's okay. Or is it? I actually can't Can I, no. See, the isometric perspective really, really messes with me. Something fierce. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to just put the entrance and the exit back on the other side. Okay, for the purpose of what we're doing, I think this is fine, because we can just have this go back around the other side. Well, it was a valiant effort, kind of, maybe, to get this situated where it was actually going to make sense. So this, I think, there we go, that's going to work out great. I'll go ahead and charge $3 for this. Now, I am tempted, since we're not in, like, you know, a polar region, to change our theming here. Just to, well, not abstract, just regular. And say gray with a little bit of white. If you can, oh, that's not white, that's beige. Oh, man, it's like, oh, it's like an episode of Home Time from 1992. Good show. Good show. But yikes. Okay. I was, I was very, very clearly not cooking when I came up with the idea to change our color scheme here. But we could still call it Bear Circle. It would just have to be, you know, foresty themed. So we made the sports brown. Forest green. That actually kind of looks cool. Well, maybe. What in the heck is this? That is such a weird-looking car design. Oh, there we go. Go-kart time. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Ha ha ha! Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are going to build the most stunning, the most sensational, the most idiotic go-kart design you can imagine. And by that I mean I'm just going to go around this island here. But I don't know, man, I don't know what it is about the go-karts. I just love the go-karts so much. Every fiber of my being. What a fun thing. So, I think, depending on how this is set up, I might actually need to have this enter and exit. Oh, hello, what? How did that happen? Well, that's going to tank the park rating to have 10 people die in an accident. All right, let's pause. This is the first time that's happened in this series. Used to happen to me all the time as a kid, but I gotta look at this again. Did this vehicle design unavailable, ride performance may be affected. You don't say. You don't say. All right, so predictably this has caused some public concern to have a horrific roller coaster accident. Yeah, so it just flew right off the end of that thing. So in the interest of bear safety here, I'm going to add that little bit, and then, yeah, we'll repaint the cars, and then let's run a test. Let's see if that helps anything. So I think it might just be going too fast. And if we notice that it's going to crash, then we stop it so it doesn't do it again. I think it was just going too quick with the people in it. Okay, see, like right there, that's what it's supposed to do, but I think when it was loaded, it had a little bit too much momentum. So I think we should be okay. Let's open it. See if they have a short memory or not. I can't find Bear Circle. Okay, now they can find it. I'm running out of cash. Well, I can't solve that problem. Park's really clean and tidy. Good. Now get on here and let me test if... Okay, so nobody's talking about the fact that people died when the thing exploded. Which, how do you have roller coaster trains explode, but... Oh, I'm not going on it. It isn't safe. It isn't safe. Are you sure about that? Caroline J over here. No head. Thoughts empty. No thoughts, head empty. Look. Let's find out. Okay, so there are people willing to get on this thing. I really hope I didn't just condemn these people to a horrible fiery death on a roller coaster. But I think we're going to be okay. How many people are on this thing? 8. Now 10 were on it before, which means it was a full train. So let's see how the momentum changes. This is not an experiment you want to conduct in real life, obviously. But I'm so curious as to how that even happened. Because... Aha! So that was what happened because of the change in how these cars' physics was working. Well, hopefully. Wow, look at that, 5.57. That's a pretty nice excitement rating. Intensity 776 is very high, but it's not red. It's not the 10.3 ultra extreme or whatever. So let's just hope nobody else dies on that. That would be a black mark for our institution. Like I said previously, go-karts. Oh man, what a... Why am I like this? Why? There's no reason. There's no reason for this. Well, I'm pretty sure if I have the carts set up like this... Ooh, look at the, Yeah, now I have the actual thing, like, plane in motion. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 8 station platforms. Now, how many carts is that if I have 8 station platforms? Probably the maximum. But what we're going to do is we're going to have this thing just go... I'm not going to go all the way to the edge of the map, but we're going to have quite the time with our go-karts here. We're going to go underground. Now, I don't know if the go-karts specifically benefit from going underground. There's a very good possibility they don't, and in fact, they're made worse by going underground. But to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't care. I think it's going to be a super cool thing to have go-karts go underground. Look at that. It's negative 25 feet, negative 30 feet. That's a big drop. Actually, that's probably too much. We'll go down to, say, negative 10. For go-karts, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine going on your go-karts like this? Like, oh yeah, we're going underground in the go-karts. Wait, what? Oh man, that reminds me, the original Lego Island game from, was it 1996? Had the kart racing, well, you built race cars, but it's basically go-karts. Had that thing, and then part of the track on that was underground. I was like, wow, this is super cool. Like, you know, you're 5, 6, however old when you're playing a game like that for the first time, and it's the best thing you've ever seen, because you didn't know computers even existed until that year, and now, why? I can have little Lego men walk around and ride cars and deliver pizzas to people in jail that breathe fire, apparently. Man, old Lego computer games are something else. Truly were something completely just mind-bendingly cool as a kid. Alright, so that brings us back up to 5 feet here for pretty much no reason to be doing what I'm doing here. But it's still pretty cool, so I don't think I really care. I just like go-karts so much, man. Go-karts are so cool. I'll go under the corner there. Chairlift 1 still hasn't been fixed. We'll get on it then. So then we'll just okay, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to actually go up and across. Ah, okay. Footpath in the way. Well, have you considered stopping that? Okay, that's not going to work. But I want this to be something like interesting. Interesting and cool for these go-kart enthusiasts. And who knows, maybe they don't care. Maybe they do. Okay, that's not going to work. I say doing the exact same thing again. Yeah, that's definitely not going to work, but let's bring this down to sea level. -5 feet, because apparently that's a thing that makes sense. Just bring this all the way around. Unfortunately, I can't go under the path here because this is not a low enough little bit of land, but... Well, Bearsicle broke down. Hopefully nobody died in a horrible roller coaster accident. So this is not quite high enough. Okay, I'm not going to get away with that. Stop breaking my trash cans, people. Have some pride. Okay, what other trash cans are broken? Anything, or is it just that one? Yeah, I guess it was just that one. Assuming over here is looking okay, which it kind of is. There we go. See, that's what I was looking for right here. Alright, I gotta hire some more mechanics because people are complaining. So 3 more mechanics it is. And now I've got to bring this cart path... okay, it's not really a super exciting go-kart path, but hey, it's going. It's trying its best. So that came over the top there. Let's bring this around. I think... yeah, just give this a little bit of a thing here. So that is actually not where we want it to go. But what we can do, put another little hill in here. Rotate this again. That absolutely is not better. But now I can have this go over this bit here. We're going to have to go over the path, but it's like the perfect height. So I think... ah, bear circle, the deadly roller coaster is in the way. Footpath in the way. Okay, so I guess what I'll just do is put that in right there, and now we have 7 of these station platforms. But I think that's going to end up working out just fine. So, path-wise, if I make this here, then the other one exit right there. How many carts? Really? Only 12? Well, I guess it's fine. Just 1 lap. It's going to be a super long one anyway. That's fine. They'll pay any amount of dollars for go-karts, so we'll set it at 4. Exit's already connected. So the idea with this is to just wrap around like so. And you know they can go underground and they can go down a hill, back up a hill, and then up and down and around, and woohoo. Little nonsense right there. 891 guests. Nobody else has died on this, but it is closed because it is broken down. It's broken down because of a safety cutout. Well, this is going to be the roller coaster that I'm going to be okay with that having a safety cutout. Because it crashed and exploded otherwise. Alright, launched free fall is another great one. I always build the same escape hatch thing. 90 miles per hour. See, that's not very exciting. It's 1.9, but it's 11.2 on the intensity. This seems to be like the most min-maxed possible. Launched free fall. Here, now, how can I guess here is probably fine. Now, is that... oh, it's not even going to fit. Okay. So what's going to have to happen here is that's going to go... there. And this is going to have to be shut down so I can move the exit to be right there. Not the most beautiful thing ever, but it will work. And I think I'm going to charge $3 for this. And the go-karts are go-karting. Look at these scrubs all the way back here. Blue's in the lead. Alright, we got 900 guests. So we've basically won. I wonder, this might actually be a good thing to put on 2 laps because of how long it takes to do the victory lap. 5.63. Alright, I'll tell you what. 2 laps. Let's try it again. See how that affects stuff. It was like 5.63, I think was the excitement rating. It means we can charge more money for it, but... Ocean Simulator. They still have more thrill rides, really. Okay. We have the swinging inverter ship. I don't think we need to build another ship type thing. We're probably actually looking pretty good for most of our stuff. There's nothing in the middle here, actually, which means we maybe should build something. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. So yellow is way in the lead. Way in the lead. And the slowest cart just came out of the tunnel, so that was probably a decent call. Yeah, that's gonna work. Roller coasters otherwise are looking pretty good. Even the chairlift is getting some riders. We just have way too many chairlift cars. Maybe they're going too fast. If we slow it down, say 6 miles per hour, they'll take longer, and the queue will empty out quicker. Not that it really matters, but... Oh, look at all these guys waiting to get off. Oh, that's too many cars. Too many cars. That's probably what they're saying if we click on the guest thoughts thing. I want to get off Chairlift 1. Oh, no, they're thinking Chairlift 1 was great. Well, that's good. Favorite ride of 88 guests. What about Bear Circle? 40. Okay. 108 customers. The chairlift has had almost 2,000 customers. Okay, with the shuttle loop, 2336, and then this other one was 2536. Okay. So what's interesting is this one is devoid of extra cars waiting, where everyone is waiting to get off over here. And they're not really getting on as fast. But they still are. Huh. Maybe it's because they have to walk a super long distance to get on the thing. Well, it'll balance out eventually. So, one more thrill ride coming 7th of June. We don't know what it is. Well, I don't know if it's one more. It could be many more, but I'm honestly not sure what else is left on the docket for thrill rides. I guess the 3D Cinema counts as a thrill ride. That might be the only other one that we can get in this scenario. Roller coaster-wise, I don't know that we really need to build another one. But we probably should build something else in this general area. Not entirely sure what that would end up being. I'm going to resist the urge to build El Cheapo. But we have almost 1,000 guests, so honestly, we're looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and start... maybe I won't start paying back the loan just yet, in case there's something cool we want to build. But we can get the triple speed back. It is very strange how slow this station is in comparison. People are really, really lining up for this. I guess in the rain they want to go on the chairlift more, because it's covered, kind of. You're still going to get wet in something like this, but... Huh. Well, at least the go-karts are a thing. 5.96, so it is more exciting if you have additional laps. Good to know. Top spin. Top spin. This thing. Well, that's not going to be a terribly difficult thing to build over here. So I guess I'll just do that. Make it a nice and simple little entrance thing here. And make a queue. There we go. They ought to fill that up pretty quick. Give them a little bench, couple benches. Now the go-kart people might be complaining about they've been waiting. Yep, I've been queuing. So, TVs for everyone. There you go. Go-kart TV. Alright, so it's June 26th. We have almost 1,000 guests. The park rating has recovered from the fatal incident on Bear Circle. Nobody else has died. We have no recent awards. We have the viewership. The guest attendance was not impacted in the slightest by anything. So I guess that's fine. See, I feel like I need to have... So nobody's in the queue. I kind of feel like we need to have fewer of these, but I have to close it first. So let's say 16. 16 chairlift cars. That ought to be a little bit more sustainable, because these people are just waiting forever to get off, which I'm sure is not helping, well, anything. Well, removing 9 of them is definitely not going to make it worse. Canoes for boat hire. Alright, you've lost your research privileges. Shops and stalls it is. Go-karts 1 has broken down. What happened to make it break down? Vehicle malfunction. So who's the scrub with a broken go-kart? Oh. Oh, and then they do another lap? Is that how this works? Apparently, yeah. I love how they get out of the go-kart and they just magically have their balloons. Like, did you put it in your pocket while you're driving? No, you didn't. You didn't. I promise you, you didn't do that. Alright. We need to build at least a couple more things to make this kind of a worthwhile conclusion here. I'm not building a boat hire. It's like the world's most pointless attraction at a theme park. Balloons are nice because they'll buy them. And then you can have fun balloon releases. Log flume, huh? Alright, well that's a worthwhile water thing to get researched. Now the question is, do I have a decent log flume I can put somewhere without running out of space? I think the answer to that question might be no, because the way this is situated here. Yeah, it's not... I don't think it's going to let me get away with that. Unless I have one in the middle here. Logger's Revenge. Is that going to fit? Gonna fit? Gonna fit? Gonna fit? The answer is, of course, probably no. Oh! At the top of the hill, no less. Will it fit over here? No. Alright, well, I believe there's gotta be a slightly better positioning for this. But I suppose I can live with this. That'll be fine. So if I put an entrance here, I should be able to get down to the down to the spot. Let's take this off a turbo because it is September and I would like this to run before we're all finished here. Holy, okay, that's a lot taller than I thought it was. That's not gonna fly, is it? Souvenir stalls, huh? Okay, that one actually was about to work. Except that's not gonna fly. What if I did here? Coming up with excuses for bad building practices. Oh, that's so close. Alright, now the real question is, am I gonna get in trouble with the log flume? No, I'm not. Okay. Alright, so that works at the very least. And I have one segment of path, which means they cannot fall into the ground. Alright, this is what I get. This is what I get for trying to do something that was neat at the end of the playthrough, is I made this horrible abomination right here. Close enough. No entry. Do your thing. Just get on the log flume and shut up. But now we actually have a pretty decent amount of stuff in here. We can start paying our loan back. Company value 157 is not too shabby. Just as a reminder, it was 750 guests. We have long since surpassed that. Our mechanics are really being kept pretty busy, I think. Because this still has not been fixed. Okay, I guess he's working on it now. Maybe. Okay. So this is going to get a price increase, $4. Full queue. Go-karts, going to get a price increase to $5. Try to pay back our loan a little bit. Is this $2? Well, now it's $3. Bear Circle, $3. What's the 5.6? Let's try 4. Did get a comment last episode that said I was massively undercharging for rides. I'm like, yeah, I guess, a little bit. But at the same time, I want them to ride them. Top spin. See if I can get away with 3 on this. Maybe not, actually. Let's try 250. Alright, Souvenir Stall also sells umbrellas and cuddly toys. So that would be a thing to have ready to go here. Put another one of these just kind of wherever. Random umbrella colors. Anything else? I don't really care about burgers or cotton candy. I don't think we need to mess with too much other stuff. I think the name of the game now is Loan Repayment, which we may or may not be able to really affect too much. But we'll try. We'll see what happens. So now would be a good time, I guess, to do our end of episode spiel. You know what it is. So you might notice today is Monday and not a Saturday, and that's because we have a new upload schedule. If you've not been following the Water Beaver playthrough, that one, in the absence of the Update 6 Folktales, has taken over the dominant slot. So that's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And RollerCoaster Tycoon moves to Monday and Friday. Wednesdays, I'm not entirely sure what we're doing with that yet, but I've got a bunch of other stuff that we probably should be doing that we might be able to get to. But that's what's going on with that. Of course, you see all the names scrolling by with the Beard Boosters. We truly cannot do this without them. All of the fantastic support that those folks provide makes it possible for me to keep doing YouTube as much as I do, and not really worry so much about trying to chase algorithmic trends, which is not something I want to be doing. But those folks make it possible, so really appreciate them, and I appreciate you being here as well. just your presence is more than enough. But I'm, of course, glad to have anything you want to contribute, whether that's just watching, enjoying the videos, letting me know what you want to see, what you don't like, so I can fix stuff in the future, or anything else you feel inclined to do to participate as part of the community. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you'll stick around, because we got tons more stuff here to do in RollerCoaster Tycoon as the scenarios go on. So again, next episode of this will be on Friday. And here we are coming up to the end of October year 3. We have over 1,000 guests. So that's looking great. Let's pay back as much of this as we can. We're down to 5,000. I don't think we're going to get this 5,000 in the last couple of days of the game here. But we'll see what we can get done. We'll see what we can get done. The log flume is proving to be a very popular attraction. We raised that to $4. We're going to have another one of these coming in here soon. I don't know if we're going to make it through more than 1 or 2 of these before the end of October 31st, but we are certainly going to try. Nobody turned around and left the queue, so I guess that works. Alright, October 30th. I can pay back one more $1,000 here. Company value of $179, $420, not too bad. And yeah, that's going to be just about all she wrote. We've got just this one last day here, and then we'll have successfully completed yet another scenario here, number 7, and move on to number 8. All sorts of fun stuff. But there we go. $179,201. Pop my name in here, and then we'll be all good to go. But again, I appreciate you, whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day. I'm so glad you chose to spend a little bit of time with me. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.